Hey Sorrowful Sea, welcome to the stream. How's your week been? Hey Pudgy, welcome to the stream. $630 people in 1 minute, that's a bug. It'll fix itself. Remind myself of something. Which PTR client are you on? Patch 11.1.0. Make sure you've updated. You might want to manually check for updates. The build number is 58221. Should actually check out your bonus review. I can't log in MPTR. Do you have multiple choices for what account? If I pick the wrong account, like it gives me the option of WoW 11 and WoW 1. If I pick the wrong one, it says no service available. Let me just read what Dual Best to say about the tier set. Yeah. Oh yeah, I gotta get the stream about that. One sec. The chat command should work real shortly, cause I'm stupid. Bam, bam. Take me a moment. I think that the survival tier set is bugged. I did some testing when servers first dropped and have an almost 95% uptime and the 18% increased damage to wild bombs. I mean, we can check what the actual, proc chance is. Hey iRates, welcome to the stream. Hey McLaurin. No, it's 10 plus haste procs per minute, so you'd expect that to pretty much proc all the time, Sorrowful Sea. Like, what you're describing sounds like just how it's supposed to work. The idea is that you stack up the thing, and then every time you hit a bomb, you sometimes lose the streak, and then you gain this other buff. So you would expect to have a ton of uptime on this, and then sometimes get these other procs. Happy New Year to you as well, McLaurin. That seems kind of broken. 16% Wildfire Bomb uptime is... like... Nearly 100% uptime on 18% increased damage to Wildfire Bomb. No, I don't think... I mean, so the survival writer here puts it at, what, 3%? Or, like, a combined 4.5% damage, which... Yeah, that seems about right. Like, you take 18%, you look at how much Wildfire Bomb is actually contributing to your rotation, and that's the number you end up with, like 4.5% total. Seems that's not broken at all. That's actually very weak. FPS worse than PTR? Well, I mean, mostly because, you know, add-ons and weakauras are breaking, causing errors, which lowers performance, all that stuff. Do you have a basic MM build for a newbie to test out on PTR? Yeah, I make a build in my latest MM video. It's not an optimal build. When I make a build for testing, I always make sure to pick like new talents or talents that have interesting gameplay implications. Because otherwise, in many cases, I would just go with what I know to be best from live servers, and then I wouldn't be testing anything new. I would just be playing PTR with an old build potentially. Hey Dead Adders, welcome. Well, thematically appropriate for the goblin. I'm just reading the what the duel has to say about it. While thematically appropriate for the goblin raid, many melee DPS we've spoken with seem to be concerned about the generic 2-piece bonus for our role, winning streak. Melee DPS's 2-piece set bonus as a whole is rather unexciting to play with, especially for survival. I think I'll agree with that. That basically has no implications. Mbabs, thank you for the prime. The way our 2-piece bonus works is that just existing makes your Wildfire Bomb sometimes stronger, but Wildfire Bomb consumes its own buff without any sort of satisfying payoff from the 4-piece bonus. So what he's saying there is that, you know, you getting your next kill command deals extra damage, which is kind of boring because kill command doesn't hit that hard to begin with. And it gives you free attacks of Tip of the Spear, which is okay, I guess, but it's not that satisfying. Because spending Tip of the Spear in general is not really all that exciting. Because it doesn't really feel like anything. And you end up spending, like you have more tip spenders than non-tip spenders. So eventually spending tip stacks on abilities just becomes the norm rather than a special event. Although the 2 set mostly acts as a passive effect and an engine to keep the 4-piece bonus running, at the end of the day it's a Wildfire Bomb modifier, of which we've gotten plenty lately. And then he links some other set bonuses that have similar effects. We imagine the 4-set bonus is intended to be a satisfying moment of sweet victory when your winning streak expires, but our 4-set piece bonus is very weak right out the gate. To 200% damage buff to kill command is not a great moment, as it's our main resource generator ability, yeah, agree, and tuned on purpose to be low damage, yeah. Empowering such a naturally weak ability isn't exactly a fun payoff. Even though there's more to the 4-set bonus, the other bonus is not the most exciting thing to think about as well. True. We already have more than enough Tip of the Spear stacks to empower all of our hard hitters, true. So at best the extra Tip of the Spear generated from the 4-set will just empower our filler. And at worst, the extra Tip of the Spear will negatively impact your gameplay loop, as it's gated by the RNG of the 2-set and can come at a time where you may already have a Tip of the Spear stack, which will waste the bonus once generated. Very true. Not to mention, this bonus focusing on generating tip stacks can feel redundant when we have access to strong talents such as Pack Mentality from the new Pack Leader, or your big 2-minute cooldown Relentless Primal Ferocity, which is what makes Kill Command instantly give you 3 stacks of Tip of the Spear during Coordinated Assault, which means that the 4-piece bonus, half of the 4-piece bonus is completely worthless during our cooldowns, at least with this talent. Ideally, our Tip of the Spear economy isn't affected by too many random generators, which can be hard to plan and respond to. It's worth to consider that these numbers are just the initial pre-tuning numbers, but just to make a point. As it stands, a kill command amplified by an additional 200% still deals less damage than a typical Raptor Strike. Although you could technically go ahead and amplify it by something silly like 1000% to brute force it to feel chunky and rewarding, this isn't a particularly interesting way to do so. Furthermore, as a damage ability, Kill Command has very, very few implications for any type of AoE content outside of its tip of the spear generation, which, again, in a typical scenario, already accounts for the majority of our hard hitters. Kill Command routinely deals less than 2.5% of your damage during your average keystone, and having random excess tip of the spear just to then spend them on a Raptor Strike because everything else is already tipped doesn't feel right either. I basically agree with everything I'm reading so far. Overall, the 4 set bonus would feel much more rewarding if the tip of the spear generation portion of the set bonus was taken away, in favor of amplifying a much stronger ability than Kill Command, such as Kill Shot, with the complementary Deathblow proc. Although, quite frankly, any of our powerful abilities would work. Butchery, Flanking Strike, Kill Shot, Wildfire Bomb, and Explosive Shot, etc. And to give those abilities some real oomph. Explosive Shot would surely fit the theme. After all, goblins love their explosions. And, just as a commentary there, for marksmanship, Explosive Shot is a pretty big part of the 4P set bonus. Alternatively, amplifying the base empowerment of Tip directly for the next few abilities can achieve the same, and by extension would help create a more satisfying, there's a typo there, satisfying payoff for losing your 2-set stacks, especially for AoE situations where exchanging your stacks and Wildfire Bomb damage for a slightly okay Kill Command. Yeah. Alright, I pretty much agree with everything there. There's not much meat on the proverbial bone of the survival set bonus, because it is just, you know, giving you extra tip stacks that you don't really care for, and buffing Kill Command, which you don't really, you know, like it's basically super unexciting because it's already a super low damage ability. Extra Wildfire Bomb damage is nice enough for AoE and all that, but we've had that in so many set bonuses already. Alright, we're just about ready to hop in. I'm just going to make a build from scratch here. That's basically the plan. I think I was going to read the changes sort of one by one here, but there aren't that many. So let's just see how it feels, honestly. So we're going with Pack Leader because that's what has actually changed gameplay-wise. Well, it has changed the most. Sentinel it was passive in terms of gameplay, and it remains passive. Obviously, if you've been paying attention, you'll know that the Lunar Storm Owl now moves with your target at a slow speed. It's much larger, and it triggers every 30 seconds instead of every 15 seconds. So, not too shabby at all. We'll just catch up on anything else. No, that's about it. So let's just make a build here. Once again, not interested in power as much as just picking sort of new and interesting talents that might change gameplay. Or things that I wouldn't pick on live servers. So everything's pretty much locked in for the moment. Everything that affects gameplay I'm interested in. So this is the new Call the Herd. Kill Shot increases the damage enemies receive from Unipet's bleed effects by 25%. And then also Born to Kill, which is one of the new talents, which is your chance to gain death blows increased. And basically buffs this talent. And basically buffs Kill Shot by 25%. So way more Kill Shot heaviness. Let's go for that. Kill Command 2 targets. Sure, let's bring the Serpent Sting in. Outland Venom, why not? Bloodseeker is just is more interesting. Ranger definitely, like with buffed kill shots, now sort of baseline. Ranger is going to be even more powerful, so let's stick with that. Let's not go for Mongoose Bite just yet, but we might go for some of it later. Wildfire Bomb 8% additional. I mean, it's synergize. Well, yeah, it'll probably synergize with the 2-piece bonus, but it's not that interesting. I guess I'll pick it, but we'll see if we can maybe spend a point elsewhere later. Hey Senimaro, have you tested the new Pack Leader Animal Summons? Is it like Demo Roulette? I don't no, so Demo is like where it rotates between them, right? But for BM, it's complete RNG. Or survival, I should say. Pack Leader is complete RNG what animal you get. So you can get, 2 bears in a row, or many of the same animal in a row if you're particularly lucky or unlucky, depending on what animal you get. Sikkim we probably definitely want now. It kind of sucks. I mean, it just makes it more of a gamble thing. Also now, obviously, Butchery and Flanking Strike are now mutually exclusive, so we're just going to pick Flanking Strike because we're testing single target to begin with. And let's grab the new Merciless Blow, which is just an extra bleed from Flanking Strike, which also synergizes with the extra bleed damage from Cold or Hurt and Born to Kill. Where was I? Yeah, and Frenzy Strikes is extra flanking damage and increases your attack speed, which I'm interested in. And also, and for Butchery, it's the same as always, where it reduces the Wildfire Bomb cooldown depending on how many targets the Butchery hits. Did they change Fury of the Eagle? No, they didn't. I was just about to check that. Yeah, so the main changes really concern, honestly, the Butchery Flanking Strike thing and the bleed stuff. So it's probably going to play pretty similarly, but let's try it. Wildfire Bomb cooldown reduced by 2 seconds. I mean, let's just stick with what we would normally pick for our single target talents. Let's not pick Relentless Primal Ferocity, because it basically makes Kill Command always give 3 stacks of Tip of the Spear during Coordinated Assault, which is a very similar effect to what our new 4-piece bonus can do. So I don't want those to conflict. I want to get as much out of the set bonus as I can, so I'm going to pick Symbiotic Adrenaline, which is 1 minute Coordinated Assault. And triggering it grants 3 stacks of Tip of the Spear, but it does allow for our 4-piece to actually have most of its value during our cooldowns. Kill Command damage increased. I mean, that will synergize a bit with our 4-piece bonus, I guess, but as we've established, it's pretty weak. And Spearhead. So this is what we're going with, I think. Let me see if I omitted anything that I think is interesting. No, that's pretty much everything that could reasonably affect our single target gameplay. I know you're testing, but it's worth considering Mongoose Bite with Hawkstrider. It can allow 5-stack long 5-stack Mongoose windows. Obviously great in single target only. I mean, yeah. Let me just remind myself. Yeah, Hawkstrider is every time you summon a ball, which will happen relatively regularly, it gives you a long Mongoose free refresh. And it can also generate stacks for you. And it makes Raptor Strike potentially cleave. So yeah, this is potentially interesting. And it's very plausible that Mongoose Bite will have more of a gameplay impact. Well, it probably won't have more of a gameplay impact, but it will be more powerful. So maybe I'll fool around with that. But it doesn't really have much of a, like, pure, if we just look at it in pure objective terms in terms of gameplay, probably won't change that much. Yes, Biscuits, there is a video of my BM testing up on YouTube. And a VOD also on YouTube. So you can go check that out. Doesn't survival basically become less interesting with the new build? No Butchery, no fun. Well, I mean, if you really liked pressing Butchery on single target, then yeah, sure. I personally thought it was kind of silly to cast Butchery on a single target. Like, it was obviously powerful because the bleed was insanely powerful, but I don't think it was especially interesting. And I'd like that if Flanking Strike now has more of a role, but at the same time, I wish that Flanking Strike was a shorter cooldown and it was a more interesting button than literally press it every 30 seconds with 1 or 2 tip stacks. Like, if Flanking Strike had a significantly shorter cooldown and had more interactions, that would be a great vehicle for them to use to make survival single target more interesting. More stuff to follow / min-max more interesting. I agree. I would like, survival is now very, very simple to play, especially on single target. But the thing is, this is what they want for survival. They say, the spec continues to have a lot of cognitive load around what buttons to press and when. To better condense survival's rotational decision space, we're making access to Butchery and Flanking Strike mutually exclusive. So, I mean, I don't agree that survival has a lot of cognitive load around what buttons to press and when. Survival on single target is similar in difficulty to MM, maybe even BM. On AoE, it can get a bit more involved, but that's not so much because of Flanking Strike being in your Mythic Plus build. That's for a whole bunch of other reasons, which they've done nothing about. So I disagree with the premise of their changes, but I don't so much mind that we're not pressing Butchery in single target anymore. Like, it wasn't exactly a min-max to press Butchery off CD, given that you didn't even need to tip it or anything. But that's just my take. Alright, let's hop right into it. So, as always, we're not really interested in damage numbers. I'm mainly interested in the vibe, the feel. How it feels to no longer have to press Butchery. The extra attack speed and its implications for potentially a Wildfire Bomb cooldown generation on single target. Those are the main things. Now, I was hoping to find a dummy that doesn't have literally no HP, because I really wanted to... Maybe I could hit this one, but this will hit me back, right? But there's another guy tanking it. I don't want to have kill shot available all the time. I want to sort of react to the procs. Yeah. Oh yeah, good point on the browser window. So, but every dummy is... But I can just hit this person's dummy, hopefully. Can I? Without getting hit? Oh, my pet tanked it. Oh, my pet... Oh, sorry. Oop, didn't intend to... Oh, okay. I wonder, is he just... Is he pressing buttons or just auto-attacking? I don't know. Okay, so if I don't growl... Okay, so far so good. I also need to write down... let's see, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 6, 8, 7, 4. I just want to write down the names of all these procs, and so that I can put them in my UI, make sure I got everything covered. Winning streak. Because every time I press Wildfire Bomb, so I want to trigger... It would be convenient if I could drop these stacks and trigger a winning streak. So I'm just gonna hit the dummy until I consume these 6 stacks of the winning streak. If it doesn't happen soon, I'll just give up and use the buff name, I guess. It's a 15% chance each time, right? So I'm just getting lucky every time, I guess. I mean, if someone did mention they had 95% uptime on it, so yeah, whatever. Let me just do a regular rotation test and then we'll fix the weak aura after that. Alright, so here's the build. Waiting for my Wildfire Bomb charges to come back. And then we'll just hit the dummy for 3 minutes, see how it feels. And I'm not going to last, I think. Well. I think I will. We can make a quick weak aura for the 2-piece though. Can replace this one. Say survival 2-piece. And I'm smart, so I wrote down the spell ID. And we just say bam. Bam. There we go. Alright, let's hop into it. Oh, right, of course. Already I fucked it up because I've pressed butchery as like a reflex sort of thing. All those kill shot procs feel pretty good. Gotta get rid of this Howl at the Pack regard though. Oh, there goes the... yeah, so there's the proc from the set bonus. Oh, there's... Wait, was that another one? So it seems to stack up pretty quickly again. Got my 6 stacks here. And already got my CDs back. Of course, I'm running the talents that everything is synced up. Feel like I'm drowning a bit in bombs right now. I wonder how much of optimal play is just going to be pressing kill command and kill shots during your CDs, because the kill shots hit so hard now. But also, I mean, I feel like I'm not getting a fully representative picture because I'm hitting a dummy that's at low HP. Alright. Also, the random, like, wildfire bomb regens I'm getting are a little bit disconcerting. That's a new aspect of the new pack lead I gotta get used to. How come we're skipping Butchery in single target and PTR? Because it's now mutually exclusive with Flanking Strike, and Flanking Strike is stronger. Well, I mean, I don't know that for sure, but it's certainly designed that way. It would be really silly if we only ever used Butchery. I think they would fix that pretty quickly. I mean, personally, I'm not missing Butchery in the slightest. Especially from the new pack leader, the extra Wildfire Bomb resets I'm getting. And to a lesser extent, the set bonus is giving me enough. Like, for example, there I press a kill command and bam, I'm back on 2 charges of bomb. And there I just got a set bonus proc and now I'm at 3 stacks of tip. Gotta dump all my tip before going into coordinated assault. I want to use explosive shot right before, so then we coordinated assault. We bomb, we flanking, and then we hit a spearhead. But you do have to react pretty quickly to your bomb charges coming back in this manner. Like, you hit kill command and like bam, suddenly you're on 2 charges of bomb and you didn't expect it. So in general, we're getting way more bombs to press because we have talents that give us increased attack speed. And we have this talent that gives us bomb cooldown reduction whenever we auto attack. So we're getting extra bomb CDR from that. We are also getting extra bomb CDR from, I believe it's this talent in Pack Leader. Summoning a beast reduces the cooldown of Wildfire Bomb by 18 seconds, which is like giving you 1.5 charges effectively most of the time. So yeah, there are way more bombs to press in general. The general outline of the rotation is broadly very similar, however. I just want to set up a weakauras before we go again, so that I can play a little bit more around getting that 4-piece proc. Let's see. Wait, is that BM? Wait, no? No, that's not BM. So winning streak is stat, but what I'm looking for is the kill command proc. Which is generous tip. I guess I could add a glow to kill command when I get that proc. I can just replace this exposed flank, which is no longer relevant. 1, 2, 1. 6, 8, 7, 9. And we give it a different glow color. We just make it glow like a nice yellow sort of thing. No, make it green like the tip of the spear, actually. Like so. Do all Hunter specs get the Vortex binding thingy? Well, it comes from Pack Leader, so no, MM doesn't get it. It's a specific thing to one hero talent for both survival and BM. Can you bait tier set procs? No, you can't bait them. I just want to know when I have the proc, and so like my kill command button will glow when it's going to give me free tip stack so I can play around it properly. That's something any good UI is going to have. And part of this stream is like, as much as I'm trying to work out, you know, how I like the changes, it's also like I'm trying to set up my UI to play it optimally for when the patch comes out. And a good way to learn a spec, like learn the intricacies, is to build a UI around it, because as you build a UI, you learn every single mechanic that you have to know about and take into account when you play. And by building your own UI, you can sort of choose exactly how you want that information presented. But yeah, in fact, you know, technically speaking, tracking your stacks of the wildfire bomb thing here is completely pointless. So I'm just gonna hide this weakauras for now. The only thing I actually care about is knowing when I have a kill command proc from my 4-piece. Alright. And now I just gotta think of a different opener, because obviously the existing opener I'm doing is not optimal. So I still think we bomb. But we no longer have the butchery step, so I think you just go... Like... Well, I think you actually go explosive shots, so that we can get potentially a reset on it from the bomb. Yeah, so we go explosive shot, bomb. I tried to check the dummy above me. Well, I guess there's one on each platform, is that the case? There's one here, but it's also no HP. But let's stay here because it's prettier. Yeah, so in terms of opener, I'm thinking... Can I write somewhere? I can't seem to get the freaking window up on OBS. It's fine. Yeah, so explosive shot. And then wildfire bomb. And then if we get a reset proc on the explosive shot, then we just fire it again. Then it's coordinated assault, which with my current talents is going to give me 3 stacks of tip immediately. And then I think I just go coordinated straight into spearhead. And then I do... well, the thing is, with this talent, I also need to dump all my bombs before going into coordinated assault. So what I would do is explore raptor bomb. Well, yeah, I guess I might as well throw the raptor in there immediately for outland venom. Let me see what you've suggested there. There's no need for the KC after the CA if you're not running relentless primal ferocity. But I'm thinking explosive shot because you're running in from range anyway. Then raptor. Then bomb, and then if you get an explosive shot, basically then you just alternate your bombs and explosive shots until you run out. Then kill command, no, then coordinated assault, spearhead, bomb, flanking, and then you sort of just play the rotation. I only switched to the 1 minute. I don't know if it's optimal. It probably isn't, honestly. But I swapped to it in order to get full value and sort of feel the full effect of the 4-piece bonus. But yeah, let me just wait for this last to come up in 20 seconds, and then we're going to give it another go. Actually, can I? I have an idea. I have an idea of how we can simulate kill shots. Like, I only want to press kill shot when... Yeah, let's see here. Can I make it only show... Can I select it all and then it'll only show up when I get death blow procs? I think that'll work. Yeah, that's exactly the case. Because like I'm being baited in how the rotation feels by the dummy always being at 1 HP. Which is so freaking stupid, by the way. They should have multiple dummies. Like they should have a dedicated execute dummy. And then they should have a bunch of dummies that are always at, I don't know, 50% HP or whatever. Something like that. Anyway, let's hop into it. Let me just remind myself. Okay, yeah, then you do that, and then that. Yeah, okay. I'll probably fuck it up, but let's go. Okay, there's the other reset procs, and then bam. Ooh, I've run out of bombs at this point. Okay. Okay, it seems to work fine this weakauras setup I've got going though. And there's the double bombs. And now you can see My kill command lit up green. That means I have a 4-set proc. Okay. Feels pretty normal. Then I wait so I have one charge of bomb back before I pop my coordinated assault into spearhead, into bomb, into flanking. I want to use as many of my... So there's a situation right there where I got a 4-piece proc, but I couldn't even get rid of all my tip stacks in time, and I wasted one of the tip stacks generated by it, which felt kind of bad. But I mean, it does feel simpler not having to worry about butchery. And I love that kill command sometimes generates 2 Tibetan Spears. Alright, once again, my cooldowns have come up, but I really want a bomb ready. So like this right now, this is a good situation. Coordinated assault, spearhead, bomb, flanking. That sort of setup works really well most of the time. Is there any love for Mongoose Bite? It does have some new synergies. It doesn't really... Like, it's still kind of a passive talent, contrary to popular belief. That's why I'm not playing with it currently. But yeah, I mean, it does have some strong synergies with Pack Leader. You can probably maintain... Oh, here we go. 4-piece proc. 3 stacks of tip from my kill command there, which felt pretty good. But overall, feels pretty standard. Oh, got another 4-piece proc. The thing is, I'm not even... When you get a 4-piece proc, it's not actually exciting because it means that you lost your powerful 2-piece proc. Like, it's one or the other. You only get that proc as like a consoling prize or whatever for losing the bigger one. Have you seen the State of Rogue set bonus? No, I don't pay much attention to other classes, to be honest. But yeah, survival single target. Simplify it a bit. Marginally improved. 4 set bonus. Very little impact on gameplay. And objectively not really good in terms of power. So that's the single target verdict for survival. In terms of power, you know, we can't predict anything, and I don't really like to speak on things that I don't know anything about. I know that's a very popular thing in our culture to do that, but it's not my vibe. I mean, if we're being honest, it's probably a nerf, but I have no idea about that. Alright, let's make something of an AoE build. So I'm going to reset the talents on the right, and then we're just going to go through it again. So let's grab the essentials here. Definitely no Mongoose for AoE. Lunge, good. Let's grab the Wildfire Bomb, extra damage. That's surely worth an AoE. Rick Harpoon. Let's go for Killshot Cleave talents, just because they put some effort into that, so I want to play with them. It feels like MM gets more lock and load procs than on live. It pretty much doesn't. So even with all the attack speed bonuses to MM, it's still on average slower auto shots than before. Oh wait, okay, you actually what you said, yeah. So I mean, what you're saying is objectively correct, basically. Tursakins, thank you for the sub. I mean, yeah, bugs are to be expected. I mean, the BM set bonus basically doesn't work at all. The survival one seems to work perfectly, though. But that's because it's so simple. The MM one was also working fine, but MM has some other game-breaking bugs that kind of screw with everything. So, what's the rotation for single target now, mate? For survival single target, it's broadly the same, except kill shot, you get more kill shot procs and they're more important. And there's no butchery to worry about anymore. And that's mainly it. Like, you get more wildfire bombs from your kits, so you just got to be ready to react to getting wildfire bomb procs, much like barb shot procs for BM. That's mainly it. It's a slightly streamlined and simplified. Anyway, continuing with this AoE build. Let's grab something like that. Grab that. Obviously, butchery, frenzy strikes, merciless blow. Once again, to fully make use of the 4-piece bonus, I'm gonna not play with Relentless Primal Ferocity. Let's play with Fury of the Eagle. And grab those. I need a talent point for... or would like a talent point for Outland Venom here. Have I grabbed anything that I wouldn't normally grab? No, it feels pretty sensible. Okay, Outland Venom doesn't have any gameplay impact anyway, so let's just play with this. And we're keeping it to Pack Leader because it's the only one that has much of a gameplay impact. Well, it has more of an impact on feel at least than Sentinel does. Mostly just because you're getting extra Wildfire Bomb resets. And those are obviously kind of nice on AoE. Now, your best periodic damage is butchery and flanking strike reduction versus... It is more interesting for gameplay, but you know, maybe this Envenomed Fangs is actually pretty sick. Yeah. Because, you know, this is basically making Serpent Stings explode. And between Ranger and stuff, Serpent Sting for survival can actually do quite respectable damage. So that's what I was thinking there. Are you using any macros for Survival Hunter? I'm being asked on YouTube by Furkan. Yeah. I mean, you don't really need any for the most part, but yeah, do use some. They're all in my guide on Icy Veins. What's your eye level? Right now on PTR, it's 668. I couldn't find a mythic eye level polearm, so I'm running a 639 one that I have on live. Which one do you think will be best for Mythic Plus? There's no way to know. We have no data on that. There's no DPS data for any of the specs, essentially. Alright. Let's hop into a single target kind of rotation. Yeah, exactly, Ansuru. Just coordinated assault and use your unused trinket with it. That's pretty much it. Alright. Let me get rid of this Howl of the Pack tracker because I don't need it anymore. I'll get rid of it on both single target and AoE. There we go. Trying to think if there's anything else to keep track of. Once again, kill shot will only appear when I get procs of it. And yeah, there's no need to track Howl of the Pack anymore. It's just fundamentally changed. Well, so I mean, when I get Howl of the Pack leader, it will make my kill command generating an extra tip stack. So I guess I should track that, but it's a pretty subtle effect, and I think this is the proc of it, 471878. So let me just track it. Let me build it, the tracker, into my kill command, weakauras. We do like this, and we say this. It was vital to track before, yeah. Now it's not quite as important. Let's just make it, well, let's make it a darker green, I guess, to distinguish them. I don't know if I'll notice that, but let's see. Gonna wait for 10 seconds for Lust. And let's go. Oh, just, yeah, that was a terrible bomb that I just hit. Using the kill shot procs as I get them. I'm definitely not missing having to press flanking strike and AoE though. Always hated that. Ooh, extra tip stacks from the 4-piece bonus there. But once again, they're just going into raptor strikes on AoE. It's really quite bad. Yeah. Okay. You always need to have a bomb charge ready whenever you press coordinated assault. You win this talent. Another 4-piece proc, but the extra tip stack in this case is just going into another raptor strike, which is worthless on single on AoE. Did you want to keep your Fury of the Eagle for CA there? Casting them more often is more important than anything else. Like, if I was to hold this Fury of the Eagle all the way for coordinated assault, I would lose like half of its cooldown. But it feels broadly pretty similar, but you're getting more tip stacks, obviously. Like, I'm just drowning in tip stacks that I'm not able to easily... Well, in this case, I got kind of lucky with the procs I got. But for the most part, it's not so easy to use all the procs I'm getting. There's another 4-piece proc, so... Lots of these with bomb resets. I think I kind of like the AoE so far. I feel like I'm pressing fewer fillers overall thanks to the extra kill bombs I'm getting. Oh, got a 4-piece proc there. Okay, so at least the pack leader kit is giving us extra wildfire bombs that we have a chance to spend these extra tip stacks with. And now I'm lagging out. But I guess we got 3 minutes in. The breakdown is broadly very, very similar. Merciless Blow is not even doing that much less damage than I thought it would. Because didn't they nerf its damage by half? But it's still doing like 10% of my AoE. I hope I didn't lose all my UI changes there. That would be quite upsetting, but I probably did. AoE feels better than I expected, actually. It's nice not to have flanking as part of it. And while the tier set article does say that the extra tip stacks that you're getting from the set bonus are mostly going into raptors, they are also sometimes going into the extra wildfire bombs that you're generating. And yeah, having all those butcheries feels pretty good. So yeah, you get to bomb more, which I guess seems in line with the philosophy of the patch. Did I lose all my weakauras? So far, so good. Seems to all here. Kill command should have a... Yeah, it has 2 conditions. Cool. Oh, and I get my lust buff reset. So let's just go again, actually. Once again, not really interested in the damage meter, because... Like, it's just not... Like, I don't... Like, you don't even get a max eye level weapon for survival on the PTR's 5 seconds held, so yeah. Where do you track tip stacks? This number... Wait, what? My kill command button has disappeared from my bars. So that's the only thing that happened from the... Is there a maximum web for polearm? Please show me where it is. Because then I'm just stupid. Is it a staff instead of a pole? I thought I looked for both, but it's possible. At the trinket vendor? So here's the gun. Then there's a bunch of trinkets. Trinket. Wait, yeah. And then there's this polearm, but that's 626. Trinket, trinket, trinket. Trinket, 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 trinket. And more trinkets. And yeah, where is it? I can change it to druid, I guess, but... There's maces that I can't use here. It's another trinket. Fist weapon. More trinkets. More trinkets. The 626 polearm again. An offhand. Alright, chat, where is this polearm that you are so confident is here? I don't see it. One thing I was thinking about, by the way, is maybe doing like some basic DPS comparisons, like basically setting up the same character on live versus PTR, and then just like hitting the dummy a few times in both and seeing, you know, how different the damage is, like trying to eliminate as many variables as possible. The problem is that the new set bonus, the items it's on is way higher eye level, so I'd have to correct for that, which would be annoying. Wait. Oh, here's an eye level 78 staff. Is that what you were talking about? And it's intellect. That's the intellect staff. Yeah, there's no agility polearm or weapon in here. So, I don't know. They must have moved it, because I have a polearm 670 on. Is it another vendor? Or is it a vendor in a different place? Maybe this vendor doesn't have it, but the Orgrimmar one does. The other vendor only has tier items. I can't find it now, so it's weird. Yeah, fair enough. Alright, now the AoE test. Once again, I have to get used to my coordinated assault not giving me the bump. See, there I got 3 stacks of tip from my set bonus, and it actually worked out pretty well. Because I also got a wildfire bomb proc that let me actually use them. Oof, should have used that kill shot proc earlier. Damn, I'm getting so many butcheries. The CDR on them is kind of insane. Ah, there we go. See, now the thing is, I need to kill command, but I actually got rid of those tip stacks pretty well. Are you in love with Survival Hunter Modern 1? No. Love is not a word I would use to describe it. But the AoE does feel better to me on PTR compared to live by a reasonably good margin. Ironically though, that's probably like the thing that most people would say is the best part about current live survival, is the AoE rotation. I mean, I barely remember the old survival. I did play back then, but I don't like... Everyone is so in love with the really old survival in... what's it called? Mr. Pandaria, when you had those explosive shot resets. I found that completely uninteresting. Oh, Classic. I didn't play Classic. But I really like the AoE rotation, how it's changed. Need to get a bomb back, like this. See, these, like, the timing of that reset I just got was so good. Because I just generated a ton of tip stacks, and then the game just gives me all the bomb procs and everything else that I can possibly eat to use them with. There's Fury of the Eagle in there. How many targets do I need to Raptor Strike and kill commands so I can put dot on them? Just hit them on a single target for prior damage if you're playing Mythic Plus. Yeah, honestly, I kind of don't want to stop because I'm having fun with the rotation. The number of targets doesn't change the answer I gave Trollmaster. In Mythic Plus, there's nearly always a prior target that you're more interested in hitting than anything else. I have a really comprehensive rotation guide for survival up on my YouTube. It's like 1 hour long and you learn freaking everything. Probably a bit too long, but that's what I made. Yeah, I kind of don't want to stop, but I do have to stop the stream soon. So I gotta do something. Gotta coach someone. But, I mean, this is as good as an AoE rotation has felt on any spec of Hunter in my time, I feel like. We have way less filler and like you got these explosive shot procs that feel rewarding. I like how the 4-piece bonus actually, like the extra tip stacks, they are, as far as I can tell, doing stuff that I like. Yeah, I like it. I like it way more than I expected to, honestly. What were your thoughts on MM overall? It has some bugs that make it really annoying to play, which kind of soured my impression. Even with the bugs fixed, I think it's like, the way I put it in Hunter Discord when someone asked the other day was like, whatever rating you would give it out of 10 before, like if you thought it was a 4 out of 10, then I think that it's gained like 2 points on average. So 4 out of 10, well now it's a 6 out of 10. If you thought it was a 6 out of 10, well now it's an 8 out of 10. It's been improved across the board, but not by a... Like if you thought it was a 1 out of 10, then it's still just a 3 out of 10. You're not gonna think it's amazing now. So that's my general feel on it. But yeah, that's it for survival. Single target rotation, streamlined a bit. I think it's a bit better. I didn't really like pressing Butchery on CD personally. But it's also a little bit bland. Like, I like the fact that it's streamlined, but I don't really like that it's become so brain dead. AoE rotation feels dynamic and hectic, and like there's stuff to think about. There's clearly a skill ceiling, and it's also pretty fast paced. So AoE rotation I like quite a bit, at least with Pack Leader. Which is, honestly, Pack Leader is what's driving a lot of what I find fun about the AoE so far. If it was Sentinel, I would lose those extra wildfire bombs, and I probably wouldn't like it quite as much. So yeah, how's BM? BM is pretty much the same. Very, like... If I showed you gameplay of live BM versus PTR BM, you would need to pay very close attention to notice any difference. That's pretty much it. Let me just fix that stream up bot thing so you can get the UI command. But basically it's available to subs and it's on my Discord. I just want MM to do respectable damage. That is something we can't know just yet. What does the AoE build look like compared to the current? We don't know what any of the builds will be. That's something we'll know when the patch comes out and it's been theory crafted. I don't care about any build theory crafting before, you know, I have to actually write the guide for live. That's it. PTRs for testing gameplay and providing feedback. Tarfox, thank you for the sub. And let me try the UI command again, assuming that it's fixed. There it is. Cali90. That's pretty much it. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. This will be a... so, the VOD will be up immediately. There will also be a VOD on YouTube for this whole survival testing. But there will also be an edited video up on YouTube, probably over the weekend. So, that's pretty much it, yeah. Is BM still only good at single target and crap at everything else in PTR? We have no data on any numbers for any specs, really. When do you usually stream? I'm not very consistent about my streaming. I stream when there's something to stream. So now I've done a test of all the specs. Maybe I'll do some try to do some DPS comparisons next if I can find out a way to make it methodologically sane. There's no evidence that MM is strong or not strong. There's just no evidence, period, really. And yeah, because like all the ways we have of gathering data are super methodologically flawed right now from the PTR. Besides, there are tons of bugs as well, especially for MM. Bugs that actually reduce its output by a reasonable amount. Anyway, if you like the stream, double shot is good on PTR. If you mean double tap is not good, no. If you like the stream, be sure to follow. And if you really like it, maybe become a patron or subscriber here on Twitch, where you can get access to my Hunter Compendium, which has the best builds and tips and tricks for every dungeon and mythic boss. As well as my UI, which is what I'm working on for the new patch here. And that's pretty much it. Until next time, I wish you all a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, and a happy new year. I'll see you guys around. Bye-bye.